Hey guys, it's Alyssa here, and today I shall be doing the mid-year book freakout tag. I finally bought a new tripod, so I'm no longer scared to film anymore because I'm worried it's just gonna fall apart. So the first question is the best book you've read so far in 2019, and this isn't just gonna be a single answer for me. I think it's only fair that I pick one regular novel and then one graphic novel, considering I read so many graphic novels. Regular novel is My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing. Talked about this in my last wrap up, but I absolutely loved this book. If you like to read about really terrible people and you like your thrillers to not be likable, I highly recommend this. Best thriller I've ever read. One of the best books I read this year. The graphic novel would have to be Nancy Drew, The Palace of Wisdom. I was really impressed with this. I didn't go into it with many expectations, and I was blown away by how good the storyline is, by how diverse it is now, and how really likable they made Nancy and the Hardy Boys. I just really loved it. I loved Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys, so I just absolutely loved this graphic novel. Question number 2 is the best sequel you read this year, and for that I can get this one off of my shelves. For that, I'm going with Bitter Blue by Kristen Cashore. This is the last book in the Graceling series, companion series, whatever you want to call it. I absolutely loved this. I was worried about how this series would end, and it was the perfect ending. I loved everything about it, and it was just so good. The way that everything connected in the end, I liked it because it seemed very realistic, and I just absolutely loved it. The third question is new release that you want to read but haven't yet, and for that I'm going with Aurora Rising by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. I don't own it yet, and for some reason my library won't let me put it on hold. I don't really know why. So as soon as I'm able to, I would like to get my hands on this because I love the Illuminae Files trilogy. As you can see by me having duplicates of the first book, I absolutely love that series, so I am hoping that I get to it soon. Most anticipated release for the second half of the year would have to be The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. I am very curious about this book. I think it's highly anticipated by everybody who read The Night Circus, and it sounds really cool. The plot sounds interesting, and I'm very interested to see how it is. I am planning on rereading The Night Circus before then to see what my thoughts are now, because it's been a long time since I've read it, but I am intrigued to see what Erin Morgenstern has in store. Next one is biggest disappointment, and for that I had to go with Binti. I really did not like this. I thought that it should have been longer. I really didn't understand it. I couldn't follow along. I thought it would be perfect. I love sci-fi and I love short things. I love novellas, but I just couldn't get into it. I didn't like it. It was confusing, and I really didn't like it. The biggest surprise of the year would have to be My Sister the Serial Killer. Wow, was I shocked by this one. I had gone into it really not expecting to love it because everybody that I had seen had given it like 4 or 3 stars, somewhere around there. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll like it, but it won't be like a new fave. I won't rate it 5 stars. And I absolutely did rate it 5 stars. And it's one of those books I would not say I love because of the content in it and how it ends and really what the entire story is based around, but I found it so intriguing, really like delved into family dynamics and how they can be really complicated in certain cultures and in certain families, and the feeling of obligation with families and blood is blood and that whole messed up mindset. And I really thought this was a very thought-provoking read, and unlike anything I've read before. That's why I rated it so high, and it really shocked me because I wasn't expecting to. The lighting is all over the place, the sun keeps moving, and it's driving me crazy. Next question is favorite new author, whether that be debut or new to you, and I'm gonna go with debut because I never read debut authors hardly ever, especially close to when their book released, and that would be MK England. I read The Disasters by them last month and I absolutely freaking loved it. I think it's a way underhyped book and I think more people need to get on it, and it was one of the funnest sci-fi books ever. The next question is newest fictional crush, and honestly there was literally only one potential person for this, and I wouldn't even really say it's a crush. It's really the only person that I would even consider. I didn't read really anything that would cause me to crush over anybody, and now that I'm in my early 20s, I'm no longer a teen, I don't crush over YA characters anymore. Just because I'm old. I did really like Stoker in A Curious Beginning. I really liked him. Oh my god, the sun is driving me crazy. I'm about to murder somebody. Next question is newest favorite character, and for that I'm going with Anne from Anne of Avonlea. I read this last month and I just loved how much Anne has grown in a character between the first and second book, and I'm so excited to see where she goes from here. I just thought she was so unbelievably kind, and I like characters like that aren't just like mediocre or funny or like outwardly bad, but just really kind. I really like that. The next one is a book that made you cry, and this was a little bit of a hard one. I didn't cry over many, but it was a hard pick. And for that, I ended up picking Britt Marie Was Here by Frederick Blackman. I absolutely loved this book. I loved Britt Marie, and I got really emotional during this, even though I almost picked My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry, but I realized I actually cried more during this, and it just absolutely beautiful read, and I love Britt Marie. The next question is a book that made you happy, and for that I'm going with Mighty Jack by Ben Hatke. I just really love this series. I love this world, and just makes me so happy to read it. That's why I picked it. Next question is most beautiful book you bought this year, which was not hard because I bought like 12 books this year, and that is A Perilous Undertaking by Deanna Raybourn. This is the only beautiful book I bought this year. I really love this cover. These covers are stunning. I love the coloring and I love the silhouette. It is a beautiful cover, but it's the only beautiful cover I bought this year. So it really wasn't even a pick. It was just, oh, okay, this is the only pretty book I bought. Last and final question is, what are some books you need to read before the end of the year? This one, for sure. Definitely want to read that because I want to get more into that series. And also I need to read Winter by Marissa Meyer because I'm literally halfway through, but I'm literally too scared to finish it because I'm a baby and a wuss. And the next book is another book I'm in the middle of, and that is Restore Me by Taheda Mafi. I am about halfway, like 167 pages in, so I just need to read it. But again, I'm scared because I don't like series to end. YA series for me are just so hard to finish. So that has been the mid-year book freakout tag. If you had similar opinions or didn't, whatever, let me know down below. I would love to know. If you've also read any of these books, let me know down below. I would love to know. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope I shall see you in the next one. Bye.